Slow and smooth, smooth and fast. Nice, and just getting the blood moving. We're gonna work on some takedowns, but we're gonna slow down and actually start teaching you some actual takedowns, not just concepts, but okay, concepts, but in this format. So I have always preferred to enter something like this. So we'll get from this position, and either the wrist or like this, it doesn't matter, or like this. I love this, obviously. This is my favorite. There's nothing wrong with this. Okay. But like if you start turning towards me, then I'll try to just do what I just did with that leg. So let me demonstrate it again. I want you to do it to me. So I've got here, I've got the wrist, or I've got you in a clinch. This is great because it's hard for you to turn into me. Go ahead and turn into me, yeah. And then I can usually do something like that. But let's concentrate on this from the wrist grab. Okay. Just know that don't be set in stone with this. This is very viable. This is obviously very viable. But here, I step in like this. I step like in between you. And just as I step, I pop the leg and turn you. And then I like to always finish with knee on belly. You don't have to. Do the takedown first, and then go to knee on belly. That way, if you get pulled down, you'll usually get pulled to knee on belly. Maybe you don't want to go down for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Self-defense, you might want to just run away. Sometimes it's good from here. Okay, say I have a Thai clinch, and go ahead and do your defense. Yeah. A lot of times, I might pull out, and I've got this, and it's kind of the same takedown. Except it's not the underhook, it's an overhook, but from the outside. And if you, for some reason, you step out, no problem. I can always swim back to the Thai clinch, boom, distract you, and then maybe go from this side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't be married to one side. It keeps you from punching me. Also, if I got your hand, and it might be instinctive for you to pull it away, that I might just let you have it and do something else. But it's also nice because I can pull you around. I didn't even do much of a sweep. Yep. Remember the other day when I had you here and I did like an extensive, see how I've got the shoulder here? Yeah. I'm going to pull you towards, like I'm trying to pull you to your hip to this knee. And then do that. Wow. So it's the same motion. It's that I'm tripping. With one throw, I'm tripping in the leg, and the other throw, I'm tripping on the outside of the leg. Okay. I'm going to let you experiment with both. Don't be in a hurry. Just have fun with it. I'm here, and this time I'm going to do it like the headlock, as opposed to this. Now, the headlock throw, you see Ronda Rousey use the shit out of this one in MMA. And people say, oh, but it's easier to get your back again. Yes, it is. Absolutely, it is. But, like, go ahead and throw that punch at me. Boom! Boom! You've already been kneed. Yeah. And so, take it with a grain of salt. And then knee on belly. Wow. So, don't read too much into, yes, I'd be aware of the faults and weaknesses of the technique. Just like everything else in combat. If you are aware of the weaknesses, then you know how to defend against them. Concept. You see this in jiu-jitsu all the time where they're starting on the ground. Okay. I just want to emphasize that these takedowns work on the ground too. Oh shit! Yeah. It's different because your base is lower. It's inherently a little more difficult, but because you don't have all this leg to play with when you're sweeping, but everything's the same. So if we end up on the ground in front of each other, know that the same concepts are there still.
Or where you got my back and you were able to push me forward by just stepping in.
Yeah, go ahead and I had a collar tie and an underhook. Go ahead and do that to me.
Collar tie?
Yeah, except it wasn't that deep of a...
it was just like that.
Yeah, it was like that. So now go ahead and get the deep underhook. Now, world is different for me. I might be able to do that. It depends on how where your balance is. If you're fighting a good wrestler, he's just gonna probably push that off you. He's gonna defend against it really well. But do you get the deep underhook again? Yeah. So you've got me, and you're ready to go for the sweep. Go ahead and go for the sweep. I think we might be fighting over the sweep. See what I'm saying? So that's where your Krav comes in. We're here, and I go for the sweep, and you maybe balance it, and I'm like bam, bam, and then go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I know you got that because you're training Krav. And it's like,
Yeah.
if I got you here, and I like to use the leg a lot because go ahead and step way out of it, then I can grab the ankle pick. But if I got that overhook, and then I turn it into more of a hip throw,
Yep.
that's completely fine. Whatever's more natural to you. I want you to play with both. Don't.
Okay.
If you do more hip than leg, I'm not gonna say you're doing it wrong because you're not. If it works, you're not doing it wrong.
Just real quickly, instead of the hip throw, show me the other one that we're doing before again. I just wanted to.
Oh
see
yeah, so yeah, I've got the underhook.
Yep.
I've got the wrist.
Yep.
Or here, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'm stepping in and blasting the leg. What you just did before is you just did more hip without the leg. But see how you bump the hip?
Yep.
With your hip? Same difference. Yeah. So the leg is a little more forgiving. And let's say I go ahead and step back. Boom. Then I can. Sorry. That's the problem sometimes when you try to stop in the middle of the day. You're like, oh, we're gonna both go anyway. So remember that just because you defeat the first, there's still another entrance. Let's get back in here again. I want to point that out on video. Like right here. So I had you, or no, I had you. It doesn't really matter how I had you. I stepped in and you were aware your balance was good. You were feeling my balance, and you're like, this motherfucker's trying to sweep me. You step out of the way. This is how I off balance you. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, you might feel that. I'm here, and I slip, you step out of the way, and then you step out again. Yeah, I gotta maybe do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a game of checkers or chess, you know? And then who's gonna catch up on who's gonna outrace the others? At some point you're like, okay, just because every time you move it creates a different opening. Am I aware enough to see it? Are you aware enough of how to escape it? It's just a matter of who gets there first. Does that make sense?
Fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's really fun. Look at it. No, relax. There you go. Here. Come in. Oh, yeah, there you go. Ah, how's that feel? It feels good.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.